Hey guys, it's Mr. C, and in this video we're going to talk about translating some words in English to math phrases or math sentences or expressions. So let's take a look at some of these examples. These examples are all multiple choice, so this is kind of cool to do it this way sometimes just to see what the other choices look like. All right, so I think we got 10 of these. Which of the following algebraic expressions matches the phrase, the difference of a number and 6? So if you take the difference of a number, which we're going to call n, and 6, what you're doing is you're subtracting, because difference means subtraction. And we're going to call a number, just n is fine. Any variable will do, but a lot of times we use n. So the difference of a number and 6 would be n minus 6. And so when you see difference right here, the number that comes first, or the thing that comes first, has to be first in the expression. So when I look at this, I'm thinking n, the difference of a number, and 6, I'm thinking n minus 6. So if I look at all my choices here, the one that matches up to that is B. All right, let's take a look at another one. This one says, translate the algebraic expression, the product of a number and 3, into an algebraic expression. So this is really, it says translate the algebraic expression in English. The product of a number and 3. So product means to multiply. So we want to multiply a number and 3. So if we do that, n times 3, we usually don't write the n first. We write the n last, because the 3 is going to be a coefficient. So really, we like to do 3n, or 3 times n. So if we look up here, we see choice C is 3n, and that would be it. Okay, this one says 2 times 4 less than a number. Okay, this is going to be important. 2 times 4, okay, less than a number. So if we do this, we're going to have 2 times and then 4 less than a number. So 2 times would be 2, and 4 less than a number. When you see the word less than, both of these together, that's going to go, it's going to switch the order of the number and the thing that you're, the number of the letter that you're going to be subtracting. So it's less than means 2 times 4 less than a number means that n has to come first. Even though it came second in this phrase, the than part says the number comes first, minus 4 comes last. And we have 2 times n minus 4, and that is going to be right here. And that is correct for that one. All right, let's try this one. Which of the following verbal phrases matches the algebraic expression? And then you have this expression, n divided by 5. So division, there's another word for division. There's lots of words, but one word is quotient. And you will see that word used quite a bit in phrases, English phrases. And so we want the quotient of a number and 5. So if you don't want to say the quotient of 5 and a number, because then the 5 will be on top and the n would be in the denominator. So n divided by 5 would be the quotient of a number and 5. And so that one right there will be D. And of these 4 operations, quotient is the only one that really works for that one. Okay, this one says we're going to need to match it up with 10 minus n. So that's going to be the difference of 10 and a number, or it could be a number less 10. So it says 10, it says a number less than 10. Now that also would be okay, because that number less than 10 will switch the order. So a number less than 10 makes the 10 go in front and the number behind it with subtraction. So this one right here would be correct. Let's take a look at these other ones. 10 less than a number would be this, n minus 10. But that's not the correct one that matches up. The quotient of 10 and a number would be 10 divided by n, and the product of 10 and a number would be 10n. So the only one that matches up is going to be that one for A. All right, let's take a look at this one. If I can get it here. Okay, so this time we have 1/2 of a number and then plus 4. So let's look at the choices. 2 times the sum of a number and 4. So 2 times the sum of a number and 4. Okay, that's clearly not what we're looking at. 1/2 of the sum of a number and 4. So 1/2 of the sum of a number and 4. Is that what we're looking at? And it doesn't look like it. 1/2 of a number increased by 4. Does that one look right? Yeah, that one looks exactly like what we have. So we're going to pick C. Let's look at D. 1/2 of the product of a number and 4. Okay, that's clearly not going to be D for that one. So C looks like it for that. Okay, so now we have some sentences. Translate the sentence. The product of a number and 3 is 2. So the product of a number and 3 would be 3n. So we're good here, not there, not there, and not there. So let's keep going. Is 2 equals 2. And so choice A matches up perfectly with that phrase in English, that sentence. So let's take a look at this one. Okay, we got the square of a number equals the difference of that number in 6. So the square of a number, that would be n squared, equals the difference of that number in 6. So n minus 6. Let's take a look. Do we see this anywhere? Not this one, not that one. That one looks good. This one's close, but the 6 and the n are switched. And so we don't want that one. We don't want D. All right, so now we have to translate. So we have, let's look at these and see which one matches up. The product of 3 and a number less 1 is 12. The product of 3 and a number less 1 is 12. Do we have that? Doesn't look like it. The quotient of 3 and 1 less than a number is 12. The quotient of 3 and 1 less than a number equals 12. Really, that's how that looks. That doesn't really look like what we've got going on there. It's not even the correct operation. The product of a number and 3 minus 1 is 12. That looks a lot like this one. A number minus 1 and 3 is 12. A number minus 1, let's see, a number minus 1 and 3, so plus 3 equals 12. So I look at all these and I think, well, where did I go wrong? Because I don't have that one on there. This is the product of 3 and a number minus 1 equals 12. So the product of 3 and a number less 1 equals 12. So if I look at that, I think, did I really write all these correctly? Let's look at this one. The product of 3 and a number less 1. Here's 3 and a number less 1 equals 12. Actually, this one might well have been better written as the product of 3 and a number less 1. So I didn't really write my factors correctly there on that first one, did I? So I go back and I look at it again and think, well, that looks a little bit better. Equals 12. That now matches up with this, and now the words start to make sense. The product of 3, and then after that is the other factor, and a number less 1 right there is 12 equals 12. So now that makes sense. And let's look at this last one. Okay, so we have the quotient of n minus 2, a number less 2, and 3 equals 4. The product of a number less 2 and 3, so the product of a number less 2 and 3, product now, we're multiplying, is 4. So that doesn't match up. The quotient of a number less 2 and 3 is 4. Okay, that one matches up perfectly. Let's keep going. The quotient of a number less than 2 and 3 is 4. Okay, that one's not going to work because the order switched. And then we have the difference of a number and 2 times 3, multiply, is 4. That one doesn't work either. So the only one that I can confidently say is correct is going to be B. So these are just a few example problems with translating words to math. And if you need some extra examples, make sure you look at a sheet that has all of the words on there that go along with the operations, because there's a lot of them, and there's so many that you really can't go over it in one video. So maybe we'll have a handout or something like that that has all of those on there, but you can easily find those on the internet also. If you do a Google search, you can find a graphic organizer that has all of the phrases and what they match up to on a single sheet of paper. So again, remember to like my videos and subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you guys later. Bye.